In today's video, we are going to cover the top 3 mistakes I see business owners making when they want to grow their accounts on social media for their business or their brand. Now, I'm a social media manager and I speak to clients and potential clients quite often, and these are the top 3 things I see coming up time and time again. So number 1, unrealistic expectations. And when I say that, it could be a plethora of things. First is underestimating the time it takes to create content. It is work to be consistent, and sometimes people underestimate how much time content creation will take. It takes a different amount of time to create a graphic or a photo or a video. So really having an understanding of how much time it takes would be helpful, just to give you an idea of the person, what you're asking the person who will be creating content for you to do if you're not creating the content yourself. Also, underestimating the time it takes to grow an account. Now, this kind of goes in tandem with the content and the content strategy, and just having unrealistic expectations that just putting content out will grow your account. There's strategy that goes into it, so understanding you have to take time to develop the strategy and then actually put out consistent content that's going to help with your growth strategy. And also, unrealistic expectations about the budget it will take to hire someone. A lot of times I find that people want expert help, but they don't want to pay an expert price. They want good results, but they don't want to really put out a good rate. So if you're just looking for someone just to help you stay consistent on social media, that's one thing. But if you're looking for someone who will help you with growth, that's a completely different thing, or help you with strategy. So keep that in mind and really consider that when you're considering your budget. Some people think that their budget is quite high, and then they reach out and start doing their research and they find otherwise. So you want to do your research before hiring, or at least have realistic expectations, speaking to someone within the level of experience that you're looking to hire. Speaking of which, if you do want to create your own content for your business on social media, make sure you grab my content creation kit. It is packed with resources that will help you create great content without running out of ideas and without breaking the bank. It's really important to get consistent just to get started. And if you need anything from ideas to resources, this kit has it for you. So the link is in the description below. Number 2, inconsistency. Now, being inconsistent is one of the reasons a lot of clients will hire me, whether it is for management or for consulting, because it just really does take time. And you did not start a business to be on social media. And many times that may not initially be where your leads or your most sales are coming from. So you understand it's important to focus there to build that up as a revenue stream or a place for lead generation. But since it's not your primary, it can be challenging to spend that time there. So when you're looking to invest in social media, you're either going to invest time or you're going to have to invest money or some sort of resource to get what you are looking to get as far as your goal for social. And that is going to require consistency. Consistency when it comes to posting, consistency when it comes to following whatever strategy you are following to look to get results or to reach your goal. You need to be consistent for a specified period of time. I recommend a quarter or 2 before you can really start gauging your results. So when people come to me, more often than not, their social media efforts have been very inconsistent. Now, if you are looking for more tips, tools, resources to get consistent and put out great content on social media to build your business and or your brand, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I am always dropping new videos with tips, resources, and tricks, and the latest updates to help you build your business and get started on social media. I really enjoy helping business owners who are experienced, but they might not be so experienced in social media. So they're really looking for someone to break down things in an easy to understand way and hold their hand a little bit to getting there. So if that is you, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. All right, number 3, and this is a big one, and I am a little bit surprised that we are still having trouble here. And I sometimes have trouble myself, so I can't really say that. It's challenging. But having an undefined audience or too broad of an audience, because as the saying goes, a person who speaks to everyone is speaking to no one. So often when I speak to clients or potential clients and I ask them who their audience or their clients or their customers are, it's just too broad. I'll get something a lot of times, she's a woman, age 25 to age 65. On social media, no ma'am. No ma'am. When you're speaking to a 25-year-old woman and you're speaking to a 65-year-old woman, those conversations are going to be different, especially online. Trying to create a piece of content that satisfies, entertains, educates that same woman over and over again, that's going to be just creating more work for you, for yourself. And it's just going to be really challenging. I'm not going to say impossible because I don't like to really use that word, but you're creating more work for yourself than you should. Focus on a defined audience. Now, your defined audience should be people that are already buying from you. I recently had a client, very wonderful, amazing, sweet woman, who her audience was just far too broad. And that was because of her goals. She wanted to diversify, speak to more people, and this is something I often hear. But when you do that, you're putting your resources towards things that aren't making you money yet. So, speak to your audience. Speak to the people that are already buying from you. And once you start making more money, then you can experiment with speaking to another audience. It's very challenging, and I understand. But find your tribe, find your audience, speak to the customers who already buy from you. And this is a great way to find success and build on social media. I'm here every week with social media tips, so make sure you hit subscribe. And until I see you again, have a wonderful week, day, month, year.